Welcome to Inside the Firewall podcast, powered by CyberGlobal. Inside the Firewall goes beyond the headlines to uncover what it truly takes to protect businesses in today's fast-changing digital world. In each episode, we will bring you candid conversations with the CyberGlobal leadership team, security engineers, partners, and thought leaders who are shaping the future of cybersecurity today. From compliance and governance to real-world incident response, we'll show you how CyberGlobal's expertise and technology are helping organizations build stronger, safer, and more resilient foundations. Whether you're a business leader, IT professional, or simply curious about what's next in cybersecurity, you'll leave with insights and strategies you can put to work right away. Join us for this episode of Inside the Firewall, where innovation meets protection and the future of digital security comes to life. Here is your host, Justin Starbird.
Welcome back to Inside the Firewall, powered by CyberGlobal. Today, I'm joined by co-founder and chief operating officer, Andrei Pusoiu. Andrei, man, this is awesome. We get to talk about your business. We get to talk about cybersecurity. How are you?
Hi, Justin. Thank you so much for the invitation. And it's really a pleasure to be here. I'm excellent, actually, and really happy to talk about CyberGlobal, which is a subject we really enjoy talking about. So,
I mean, when it's your own stuff, it's your own baby, right? So this is great.
Exactly. So,
Andrei, you and Daniel started the business 8 years ago. Talk a little bit about what CyberGlobal is. What do we do?
Yeah, sure. Yes. So indeed, we started CyberGlobal business 8 years ago, and it was really a great journey until this point. So, so CyberGlobal, it's the only cybersecurity franchise in the world, the first and only cybersecurity franchise in the world. And through CyberGlobal, what we are trying to do is to reinvent or reimagine cybersecurity with the lessons that we learned through our cybersecurity business. In the sense that we understood during our 8 years or more in the cybersecurity business that customers want to interact and buy from someone who is local, near them, a face that they can talk with, a real person, not only, let's say, a faceless vendor that we are now, for example, in the cybersecurity world. But in the same time, they expect that vendor to have a global expertise, to have a lot of knowledge in cybersecurity. So CyberGlobal is exactly that. It's the first and only franchise that brings a face to the table and brings someone who you can talk, but in the same time, it has a lot of experience in the cybersecurity through our global network.
It's so neat to think about that because, of course, threats come from literally all over the world, and they hit at such a personal level, right? You feel violated, you feel, that something has happened to you, even though it's online. It's, your digital footprint is really an extension of who you are today. What made the mission and the vision of CyberGlobal, what made it so important? What made you start this 8 years ago?
Yeah, true. So we were basically doing franchise without doing franchise. So when we started the business, we enjoyed a lot the partnership models, meeting with the clients, having a face-to-face meeting with them, and doing a partnership with them with a long-term vision was something that we really enjoyed. And we saw in the same time that we tend to look into long-term partnerships with them, not only one-time projects and that. So we basically took this to the next level. We realized that through our partnerships, to our partner network, we managed to reach to a lot of clients. And during the years, we acquired a lot of knowledge, a lot of technical expertise, and we wanted to share this knowledge with as many companies as possible. with as many people as possible worldwide, because we understood that the cybersecurity risk is so high, and we have our life is getting more and more digitalized. So we ask ourselves, how can we do it? How can we share our expertise with as many companies as possible? Since cybersecurity is somehow seen as a high-end and expensive business, we ended up and reached to our current business model, which focuses on franchising, having local persons in different territories who manage a lot of customers and customer relationships. So we ended up with this vision and mission because of this reason. We asked ourselves, how can we be available, how our knowledge and expertise can be available to multiple companies across the globe.
Yeah. It's so right that cybersecurity sometimes feels, unreachable or unattainable, or an expense to small businesses. You have the opportunity to manage a lot of the technical team as the operating officer here, and the team really follows some of your direction. What is that like on a day-to-day basis to see the talent that you've been able to acquire over the last 8 years, and now they're not just deployed on projects locally, but now at a real global scale?
Thank you. Yeah, that's actually a good question. So indeed, as you observe, my role is focusing mostly on the internal operations. So my role through my role, I is responsible with the quality of our deliverables and the internal management of our teams, especially our leadership team. And actually, this is the answer to the question. Cybersecurity is a hard topic. It's a complex. The services in cybersecurity are complex to deliver, and especially to deliver them at a high quality standard.
Yeah.
And the way we do this is actually through our leadership team, building a leadership team which is highly competent, which is in a way, I would say, modest or humble, but in the same time hardworking and dedicated to their objectives. It's I would say one of the milestones that we managed to achieve during our management time in CyberGlobal. So they manage a lot of things in our company, and of course the other side of the coin is, of course, through standardized processes in terms of our deliverables. So we allocate a lot of effort into having proper quality controls in place and managing the requests that come from our clients, which they come from all over the world. As you know, we have around 30 locations at the moment, and in the same time, we have around 70 plus partnerships with other companies that resell our services. So delivering the services that we have, it's a challenge that we do really well. So we through our internal teams and our processes and the expertise that we acquired during the years, we do this very well.
Yeah, that's excellent. One of the things I'm so fascinated by, the more I get to know the team, the more I get to know about the business, is you operate not just in the European Union, where you have GDPR compliance, but then you're in the Middle East, which has its own compliance, and then in the US, which is sort of still the wild, wild west comparatively in terms of the limited restrictions, but you still have like ICANN spam laws, etc. How do you navigate making sure that the team has the right qualifications for the regions that they're working, or do you just make sure everybody is compliant at the highest level so that they can work anywhere?
Yeah, so actually, indeed, most of our engineers and our teams have such a high standard that they can deliver the services in most of the areas, most of the countries. However, we also have specialized teams in specific regions, for specific regions. And because of the fact that we have so many partners in a lot of places, we managed along the years to develop the necessary skills and necessary competencies and certifications to respond to almost any type of request. And actually, this is one of our, let's say, key differentiator, if I can say it like that, our technical team, which because of the fact that we have such a diverse set of requests from our partners and customers worldwide, we really became a force in cybersecurity. So the competence level is so high, and we saw even at the junior level engineers, when they join our team, they become super competent in even 6 months to 1 year, just because of the high level of of having access to so many types of requests and projects from all over the place.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say that through the competence of our team, we managed to serve almost all types of services.
Yeah, I mean, and that's so important. Talking to Daniel previously about some of these things, that I asked him. I said, in your opinion, why did it take so long for there to be good cybersecurity options available to medium and small size businesses? And I asked the same question of you. Is often it's been something that only enterprise had, or was only top of mind for the most affluent of individuals. How have you sort of started to flip that so that it's something that everybody can use?
Yes. Okay. So indeed, cybersecurity was it was a lot of times seen as a high-end service, so only for big companies, accessible only to big companies. And actually, this is one of the second challenge that we try to tackle, this accessibility of the cybersecurity services. How we managed to do this is through creating a very strong headquarter team, which is flexible to travel to our customer sites or to different areas where we have services in demand. But in the end, it's actually it's the fact that we have the team here almost in the accessible regions of Europe, basically.
Yeah, so you're able to take your talents and deploy them wherever it's necessary.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
So
yeah. That's a great opportunity for folks to use your service and get the technical acumen, technical expertise, but have it delivered through local outlets. Thinking about a lot of those things, your customers specifically. What are some of the biggest obstacles out there? Either for first, let's talk about CyberGlobal. What are some of the biggest obstacles in terms of threat actors that are out there, or AI? How has that impacted the business over the last 12 to 18 months?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's actually a good question. In terms of threat actors, there will always be a threat in the digital world. So it's so complex, and it's almost impossible to cover all the threats and mitigate them. So indeed, we saw that AI has impacted a lot the threats in the cyber world. Threats are becoming more complex and more automated, and even us as a cybersecurity company, we get a lot of attempts to against us. So, but we managed to mitigate them successfully. In terms of AI, we tried also to turn this into an opportunity, and in our internal products, we automate a lot of processes.
Sure.
And in the same time, we build products from AI ground zero, and we offer them to our franchisees and our customers.
Yeah.
to enhance their cybersecurity. So we kind of try to see the opportunity in the threats.
Yeah. Well, and so what are those opportunities? Is it to build new services, or is it, you add, certainly you layer in AI to your services. How do you use it for good?
Yeah. So actually, there is immense opportunity for our customers, actually, because AI, it makes the cybersecurity services, which are completely automated with AI, much more accessible and even more affordable for them. So running a pen test or a security scan, and with AI, which ideally, or in a normal situation, it takes 1-2 weeks, and then get the results maybe after 3 weeks. You almost get them instantly now, and they are at the same quality as a senior cybersecurity engineer. So we created these types of tools and we made them available to our customers. So I think this is a huge opportunity for them.
Yeah. So thinking about that, why not just keep expanding, your team and your own offices? Why, use franchisees or partners? What made that, you guys decide to change the business model?
Yes. So indeed, during our years in the business, we saw that the end customers, they prefer someone local. So that was the main reason. Although we try to penetrate, let's say, markets in different sectors or in different countries, we saw a blockade, right? So if you're a customer from Italy, you will prefer someone speaking Italian and having some background history in Italy in terms of business or IT or cybersecurity. So it's what would you prefer as a customer. So we understood that quickly, and we switched towards this franchise business model because of that. Plus we came into we brought to the table our global expertise. So we have, I told you, more than 70 partners before starting the franchise business. So we had this expertise from all kinds of places from the world, all kinds of assessment types and security products. So we just brought them to the table to our local franchisees and partners, and this entire business model, it's a huge opportunity.
Yeah. I couldn't agree more. I mean, I think it's pretty exciting to, hear about, what it is that you're doing. You're in a unique role, though, as the, overseeing operations. What is some of the, tell us the story. What's some of the craziest stuff you've seen so far?
Yeah. So in terms of managing the internal operation, the greatest challenge is having available experts for a multitude of types of services. So, for example, in 2 weeks from now, our ATM assessment team will have to travel to Middle East and conduct an ATM assessment, ATM pen test. So this is high-end, latest technology ATM that they have to penetrate. They have to open and try to exploit it so that money pours out of the ATM. So are this kind of project which are, let's say, a bit challenging to manage, in the sense that if people have to travel, they have certain time to prove the security of the ATM, and it always has to be a success from this perspective. So,
have you seen a threat that you've been able to mitigate, that you can talk about, that was wreaking havoc on a customer of yours?
Absolutely, yes. We've seen a lot of those. I don't know, one that comes into my mind is it's a factory from an European country where just the accountant just downloaded something from the email, and the entire factory network was, encrypted, compromised, and the production was completely stopped. So we received a call lately in the evening. We traveled fast, and the next day we were on the site to try to remediate to understand what was the cause of the breach. And we worked with the customer for about 1 week to recover what could be recovered and to put the production back online. So yeah, these are kind of stories that we see almost every day here. And we have some smaller projects as well, but these are the one where we see we have a really positive impact on our customer.
Are you seeing that AI is just increasing the number or the magnitude of threats, that your customers are facing? Like, what are some of the outcomes from those?
Yes. What I see a lot from the AI is the customization of attacks. So if, you can provide to an AI a context of a company, website, newsletters, blog posts and LinkedIn structure, and it can rapidly understand the structure and provide you attack scenarios where you can use as a malicious actor. And what we see is this level of customization, which was not before, in which the AI understands some subtle nuances between the relationships of our colleagues. So if you have, a blog post with you as a CEO and another partner signing some big deal or acquiring a company or whatever, and it's posted on the blog for marketing purposes, the AI ingest that and creates attacks you or contacts you in such a way that is very hard to disseminate between real messages or not. So it's the level of customization of attacks and the increase of the attack volumes that we see a lot through AI.
Wow. But those also create opportunities, right? That gives CyberGlobal the chance to also, protect their customers in a number of different ways.
Absolutely, yes. The customers are becoming a little bit more aware of the cyber threats, of their efficiency. And I think in the same time, government institutions or certification bodies or regulations, they also enforce more to take measures. So we see those as an opportunity, and they always create demand in the cybersecurity world, and we benefit from this demand from all over the place.
Yeah, that's great. Well, Andrei, talk about what's next. What are you most looking forward to, either with the team or with the business?
Absolutely. So first of all, our vision is to reach to 200 locations worldwide. So this is our vision. We want to expand. We want to make cybersecurity really accessible and available to everyone. And what I'm saying is it's enterprise level cybersecurity, that the knowledge that we have. This is in terms of expansion and business. In terms of internal, we are working to expand the level of the level of our services, have more services available to our customers and partners, much more vendors to cooperate with, and provide their solutions through our network. Mm-hmm. Our network is increasing a lot, so we also have a vendor network that we use. So in the end, we are working continuously to expand the level of services and the number of franchises worldwide. This is our main focus now.
Yeah, absolutely. That's exciting, man. Thank you so much for sharing your expertise, talking about what's so important to stopping these threats and what your team is doing about it. It's really great.
Thank you so much, Justin, for having me here, and thanks everyone for watching.
Yeah, hopefully, hey, this is just the beginning, man. We're gonna do this again.
Okay.
On behalf of my guest today, Andrei Pusoiu, the co-founder and chief operating officer at CyberGlobal, you've been listening to and watching Inside the Firewall, powered by CyberGlobal. Until next time. On behalf of our host and our guest today, thank you for listening to the latest episode of Inside the Firewall, powered by CyberGlobal. To hear more episodes or learn more, visit us online at the link below or via our social media channels.